Good evening. I am Stephen Siciliano, Vice President for Educational Services at Northwestern Michigan College, and I'm so pleased to welcome you to our 2021 Honors Convocation. Tonight's celebration honors students who are outstanding academically. What we often find is that these same students typically exhibit all-around excellence. Beyond the classroom, they are involved in student groups, they volunteer, they work, they raise families. And of course, this year, they did that all while navigating a pandemic. They are role models for their fellow students and richly deserve tonight's recognition. So I invite you to sit back and prepare to be wowed by the 2021 Northwestern Michigan College Honors recipients.
My name is Lisa Ballback, and I am a CIT developer instructor. I am presenting awards to two of our students. John Velas will be presenting our other awards. And the two students that I'm presenting awards to are lifelong learners. One is a first-year student, and the other one is a second-year student. Brandon Bodie is our first-year student. He is new to NMC, but he is not new to college. He has a four-year degree, and at the end of his degree program, he took a developer course and decided that is what he wanted to do for a career. So he completed his degree, and then he enrolled at NMC in our developer program. And what I love about Brandon is that he is really enjoying his educational journey. It's not just about, getting the assignments done. He loves what he is learning, and he is appreciating the information that we're teaching him along the way. He's excellent at applying what he learns. He's an excellent student, participates in everything, a great role model, and he is going to be an excellent developer. The other student that I'm presenting to is Jess Voss, and Jess works full-time and she goes to school part-time. So she is our second-year student, but she's been at NMC much longer than 2 years because she's going part-time. And what I like about Jess is that she has a very positive, can-do attitude. And nothing really gets her down. If she encounters a problem in her coding, she just buckles down and figures it out. And that is the sign of a really good developer. She is welcoming and friendly and a pleasure to work with. And she is also an excellent student.
Hello, my name is John Velas, and I am also one of the CIT instructors, and I'm presenting awards to three of our students. The first one is Devin Wing. Devin's been an amazing addition to our program. His hard work and dedication at learning how to be a developer has shown through every step of the way. Devin has demonstrated himself to be a solid coder, which is eclipsed only by the timeliness and quality of his work. I've had Devin for 4 straight semesters now, and I've appreciated his contributions to the class and his willingness to help other students. It was this last semester in our developer capstone course that Devin was able to pull all of his skills and talents together as he and 3 other students developed a successful working application for a client in the ministry. The client was extremely happy with the quality of the application and the efforts of Devin and the team. The department and I wish Devin all the best in his future endeavors. The second student I'm presenting to is Stephanie Witt. Stephanie joined our program this year and has quickly distinguished herself as a quality student and a strong coder. It was apparent from the beginning that Stephanie was somebody who not only took her studies seriously, but immersed herself in any challenge placed before her. Stephanie's coding assignments always go beyond demonstrating the requirements as she dives deep into the creative possibilities, finding unique and interesting solutions. Her effort and creativity shine with each of her coding assignments. Stephanie has also distinguished herself this first year by actively participating in a regular student coding session where she and other students help one another online. The department is very glad that Stephanie has joined our ranks, and we look forward to the rest of her tenure in our program. The third person I'm presenting to is Neil Sabin. Neil's first year as a developer student has really provided him with an opportunity to demonstrate just what he's bringing to the table. His abilities not only allow Neil to always meet the standards and goals for any programming assignment, but to easily go above and beyond. He never misses an opportunity to take an assignment and make it his own by going deeper and enriching his solution. This was very apparent in Neil's capstone project in application programming this spring, where he took the standard requirements for a text-based quest game and created a very thorough and unique narrative, including a functional and attractive interface for a sea battle game. Neil's willingness to contribute in class as an individual and teammate is appreciated by both his peers and the instructors. The department is proud to have students like Neil in our ranks, and we look forward to his contributions in the future.
Good evening. My name is Brian Hefner. One of my roles here at NMC is Chair of the Business Academic Area, and I have the pleasure of presenting the Business Administration Department Award. If you have read any of the NMC student news lately, you will recognize the name of the student chosen for our award, Amber Marsh. In addition to being an academically strong student and a pleasure to have in class, she is a parent, a licensed cosmetologist, and she is also the chapter president of NMC's Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society. She recently led the effort to bring home a number 7 international ranking for NMC, among other honors and awards, as she sought an international office. In spite of this most unusual past year, she embodies the concept of engagement as she pursues more than just taking classes and getting good grades. One of her instructors commented, quote, "She shares her real-life experiences in the class forums so that they provide value and advice to other students to help them with future decision-making in their business and personal worlds. I have enjoyed having Amber in several of my classes and know that she will continue to go far in life." Congratulations on this award, Amber.
Good evening. I'm Les Eckert, Director of Culinary at Great Lakes Culinary Institute, and I have the esteemed pleasure to present the GLCI Academic Award to Amy Bissell. It was without a doubt, with the faculty and staff looking at our student population, that Amy stood out in the crowd. This weekend, Amy actually will be graduating with 2 Associates of Art and Science degrees. Amy has completed her Culinary Arts degree as well as her Culinary Sales and Marketing. It has been great to see the accomplishments that Amy has completed during her time here with GLCI. She decided to take an internship with Great Lakes Maritime Academy, and she cooked in the galley on the State of Michigan training ship. She enjoyed her time there immensely. She now is getting ready to take on an externship at Superior Foods, where she'll be practicing what she learned with her Culinary Sales and Marketing degree. While she was completing her studies at NMC, Amy was also employed as a student worker, and she assisted us in the purchasing and receiving area for the Culinary Institute, and was always quick to jump in and do more than what she was expected to do. She would jump in and take care of our pricing projects and organizing the storeroom, as well as helping out with disseminating all the different food items into the labs. Amy also received the Lucy House Taste of Success Award, or scholarship, excuse me, which is our highest distinguished Taste of Success scholarship that's offered. When you look at how Amy would project herself in the labs and in the lecture rooms, she was always very solid in what she said and how she presented herself. She was quick to be engaged with her teammates, and her instructors were always very happy to have her in the labs. So tonight, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be up here and have the honor of presenting this award to Amy.
Good evening. My name is John Bielchini. I am a faculty in the Deck Department for Great Lakes Maritime Academy, specialized in pilotage training. We have several awards to present this evening, and in presenting these distinguishing awards, I must say that it was difficult to single out several deserving students from the entire class of 2021. All of the graduates should be commended for their hard work and their future success. This year, we start the award, which is named after Captain Wheatley Hemmick, who has served as the Great Lakes Maritime Academy Superintendent since its inception in 1969 up until 1974. In honor of Captain Hemmick, our 2021 recipient of the Great Lakes Maritime Academy's Deck Cadet of the Year Award is Ms. Lindsay Ajibita. Ms. Ajibita has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement. In addition to her academic performance, she has been an asset to this institution by volunteering her precious time to assist with group projects and by mentoring fellow students. During her internship with the Interlake Steamship Company, Ms. Ajibita received superior recommendations from the ship's officers with comments such as, "She had my full confidence when she either had the con or was at the helm." Another mariner stated, "She will make a great addition to any vessel as a mate." Therefore, it is my honor to present Ms. Lindsay Ajibita with the Captain Hemmick Deck Cadet of the Year Award. Congratulations, Lindsay. Continuing on, the National Cargo Bureau Award for Excellence in Cargo Operations is awarded to a student whom has demonstrated a strong aptitude for the intricacies involved in all forms of cargo operations. These operations include the transport of bulk commodities, containerized products, and liquid cargoes, just to name a few. It is my pleasure to award Mr. Andy Navikas the 2021 National Cargo Bureau Excellence in Cargo Operations Award. Our next award is provided by the Spill Control Association of America. This award is presented to a cadet student who demonstrated outstanding environmental protection awareness. This year's recipient is especially deserving. During her time aboard ship, the student had zealously maintained shipboard safe environmental protocols. Furthermore, she encouraged her peers to follow all manners of safe work practices. Her leadership and thorough dedication to protecting the shipboard environment is without equal. It is my high honor to present the 2021 Spill Control Association of America Award to cadet graduate Ms. Karen Ford. And on a personal note, Karen has been a great student whom I've shared many professional discussions which were filled with laughter and mutual respect. I want to congratulate my student and my friend, Karen Ford. One of our most respected awards is the Master's Mates and Pilots Outstanding Shipmate Award. This award is presented to a cadet student who has demonstrated uniquely favorable human qualities while living and engaging with the ship's crew. This year's recipient received written comments from professional mariners which stated, "The word exceptional falls short of his talent and personal conduct in every aspect of life aboard ship." Another mariner added, "His work on deck lessened the burden of the AB's deckhands and mates." I am humbled to present the 2021 Masters Mates and Pilots Outstanding Shipmate Award to cadet graduate Mr. Zachary Drenth. Mr. Drenth, you dignify this institution with your human spirit. Thank you. Finally, the American Maritime Officers Award, DEC, is presented to a cadet graduate who has demonstrated academic excellence and outstanding achievement during their cadet internship. This year's recipient had performed exceptionally well while a cadet aboard the Central Marine Logistics vessel, Joseph L. Block. And he has a continuing desire to further his career within the Great Lakes shipping industry. As a AMO union retiree, I am proud to present the American Maritime Officers DEC Cadet Award to graduate Colin Benton. Before I turn over the microphone to my colleague, I wish to congratulate all of our Great Lakes Maritime Academy graduates. Your hard work, your dedication has presented you with great opportunities to succeed within this industry. That said, I'll now introduce my distinguished colleague, Chief Engineer Ben Miner.
Good evening. I'm Ben Miner, engineering instructor at the Great Lakes Maritime Academy. I will start out with the AMO Award. As John said, is awarded to cadet graduate who has demonstrated outstanding achievement during the cadet sea time. The recipient of this award has excelled during all aspects of their time aboard vessels. From her first time up the gangway of the state of Michigan to her time aboard commercial vessels, she has shown a great aptitude for this career. It is with great pleasure that I present the award to Tia Lehman. Congratulations, Tia. The Mr. Jerry J. Williams Engineering Cadet of the Year Award is named after longtime engine instructor Jerry Williams. Jerry set incredibly high expectations for everyone who walked into his classroom, and this award honors the cadet who best exemplifies that standard. The recipient of this award has excelled at all aspects of this program. He has shown excellent academics, he has excelled as a cadet on board every vessel that he is assigned, and in the end, he has been a great student, classmate, and person. I would be proud to work side by side with him. It is my honor to present the Mr. Jerry J. Williams Engineering Cadet of the Year Award to Keith Baker. Congratulations, Keith. The Rear Admiral James F. McNulty Outstanding Cadet of the Year Award is named for James McNulty, Superintendent of Great Lakes Maritime Academy from 1984 to 1991. The cadet receiving this award exemplifies the best that a GLMA cadet can be. Outstanding academic achievement, outstanding leadership, outstanding aptitude for the job, and an outstanding shipmate. The recipient of this award can check all of these boxes and more. During their time here, they've been the model cadet. The Great Lakes Maritime Academy is better for them being here, and I am proud to have been part of their education. It is with great pleasure and honor that I present the Cadet of the Year Award to Brian Ray. Congratulations, Brian, you've earned it. Congratulations to all our GLMA graduates. I'm proud to be able to say you are no longer cadets, but colleagues. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Amy Jones, and I'm the director of the nursing program. I come to you this evening with a heart just spilling over of the students that have made the decision to go into nursing as their profession during the current healthcare crisis that we've all been experiencing. In my eyes, they are all superheroes, and we owe them a great debt. The students that were selected for these honors awards were actually selected by the nursing faculty, and it was for their determination, and they were able to stand out among the crowd and exemplify those characteristics that nurses are so historically known to possess. The first student I would like to recognize for the Associate Degree Nursing Student of the Year for fall of 2020 is Dylan Miller Morehouse. He came into the nursing program with passion, desire, and a willingness to learn. His optimism and positive attitude were by far one of the greatest characteristics, and that was shown both in the classroom and the clinical when he was working with patients during difficult circumstances. So thank you, Dylan, for the work that you did both in the school and in the clinical setting. The second award that is for the Associate Degree Nursing Student of the Year Fall 2020 is for Brittany Wright. Brittany has a very unique style of communication, and she has had what we would consider she's just a natural talent, which may have to do with her family history. I believe that she has a mother and a grandmother that are well known to our faculty, and she just continues to exemplify those skills and possesses those things that are specific to nursing that make it so beneficial out in the public. And then lastly, the Associate Degree Nursing Student of the Year for Spring 2021 is Sydney Vandeveer. The faculty write that Sydney embodies the attitude and characteristics of the nurse you would want to work with, and that's a strong compliment from the faculty. They said that she's very driven and ambitious, and she has such a great positive attitude and able to inject humor into situations to keep everyone's spirits high. And during these times, this is extremely significant benefit in the nursing program. As I mentioned, we're just all very proud of the nursing students. The program is challenging, and we've faced many obstacles these last few semesters as we have dealt with the healthcare crisis. So please join me in congratulating these students for their unique and special abilities for which they're being recognized. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jeffrey Cobb, and it is my honor to serve as the Director of Music Programs here at NMC. I'm delighted to share and announce 2 awards this evening. The first is our Audio Tech Department Award. The faculty have decided to award that to 2 of our students. The first student is Abba Glazier. Here's some comments from our faculty about Abba. Abba has been a rock star for our program and has been invaluable in what has been a very tough year for all of us. She has spent countless hours editing audio and video recorded for our weekly performances series here at Millikan. She has also stepped up as a leader among her peers, taking charge while running sound and video for the Millikan performances and the pop-up concert a few weeks ago. Her work in class is always top-notch and on time and demonstrates all of the soft skills that are often the greatest indicators of success. She has a bright future ahead, and we will be sad to see her go, but wish her all the best. Abba has plans to run sound this summer for the Young Americans Dinner Theater in Boyne Highlands, and she hopes to tour with them down the road as well. So congratulations, Abba. You've been such a fantastic student and leader in our program. The next student sharing that award is Sean McKay. Our faculty writes about Sean. Sean has been a model student, someone who leads by example when it comes to work ethic and commitment to excellence. A talented and dedicated musician, Sean seems to spend all of his time working on projects and has taken it upon himself to learn about gear that may not be covered in class but is available for students to explore. Oftentimes, he is the only student working during open lab hours, recording or producing or just practicing guitar. He advocates for himself and for his learning and has a quiet resolve that will serve him well after graduation. Sean plans on moving to Nashville after graduation and continuing his studies and pursuing opportunities in audio technology, as well as continuing to record his own music. Congratulations to Sean and Abba both on their successes. Next, I'm delighted to announce our Music Department Award. This year's award goes to Whitney Becker. We have several comments from faculty here. Dr. Dorothy Vogel writes about Whitney. Whitney is so invested in her own learning that she is an absolute joy to teach. She has consistently improved her skills in musical composition, analysis, sight singing, and ear training through hard work and dedication. Even when she finds a particular assignment challenging, she maintains a positive attitude as she ventures into unfamiliar terrain. In addition to her academic success, Whitney is one of the most personable and engaging students with whom I have ever worked. And next from Susan Steele, Whitney's applied voice teacher, who has instructed her throughout her time here at NMC. The growth in Whitney's abilities and awareness in 1 year has been inspirational. I started working with Whitney as she began her journey to determine what she wanted out of her music career. She was filled with doubt and many questions, but kept persevering. She became deeply interested in writing songs and expanding her knowledge of composition, singing, and technical production. She has absorbed all of the experience and learning opportunities presented to her. Whitney tells such beautiful and poignant stories with her songwriting, and she has a brilliant future ahead of her. Whitney plans on staying in the area and continuing her songwriting and recording, as well as leading worship in one of the area churches with her husband. A huge congratulations to Whitney, Abba, and Sean, our 3 recipients, but also a big shout out to all of our students in the Audio-Tech and Music program. It's been a challenging year, and you've all risen to the challenge and done some remarkable things this year. So, congratulations, everyone. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Glenn Wolf, a member of the art faculty here at NMC, and it's my privilege to award 2 fine art awards to 2 of our art students. The first one is Molly Tank. If there's been one constant in the fine arts building through these 2 years in and out of COVID, it has been Molly Tank. Often she was one of the only in-person students in the building, always respectful of the guidelines. In drawing and printmaking, watercolor, materials and technique, and 2D design, her projects were always thoughtful, beautifully rendered, and went above and beyond the assignments. She was also never afraid to experiment with new techniques and would work them until she got them right, often helping her other classmates that might have been struggling along the way. Her steady presence will be missed, but we are excited to see where her path leads in fine art. The next award goes to Kamsing Riddell. Kamsing's ceramics teacher, Zach Tate, had these words to say about Kamsing. Kamsing has been a burst of energy and exploration within the department. He comes to classes ready with questions and eager to take on new challenges. He's a dedicated worker, always willing to push himself a little further to find the answers that he seeks. His drive to take on the art club as a student leader and to organize trips and projects with fellow students during these trying COVID times is truly inspirational. It is hard to imagine how this academic year would have been without his presence. Thank you both, Kamsing and Molly.
Good evening, everybody. So I'm going to be kicking off some of the science and math awards. I'm Mary Jo Elliott. I am a chemistry instructor here at the college, and it's my honor to award the first year Outstanding Chemistry Student Award. This awardee is chosen not only for their academic prowess in chemistry, but also for intangibles like ability to work well with their peers and faculty, dedication to the process of science, curiosity, perseverance. The winner this year embodies all of those things. I would like to recognize Christopher Cox as this year's recipient. As we're all aware, this year has exacted additional stresses on students as we've had to navigate the changes due to the pandemic. And Chris was able to push through, even when the going got rough. He put himself out there to help others working in the Science and Math Tutoring Center. He'd go out of his way to help me as I found, challenges with some of the new technologies I was integrating into my course. He'd write me little tutorials and send them to me. You know, how great is that to have a student that makes your own job easier? His desire to make the world a better place is evidenced by his choice of careers. He's been a paramedic, he's a tutor, and he's working to become a PA, even after all of the trials of this past year. And I know he'll have great success with his future studies and his eventual career as a PA, and I wish him all the best as he moves forward with his academic career. Congratulations, Chris.
Hello, my name is Blake Key. I also am a chemistry instructor here at NMC. It's my honor to present the second year Outstanding Chemistry Student Awards tonight. I had an outstanding group of students in organic chemistry this year. And there was not just one, but 3 students that deserve the honor: Emma Adams, Elizabeth Barnes, and Mason McClutchy. I had the privilege to work with these brilliant people in organic chemistry this year. They are among the best students that I've ever worked with. They were actively involved in the classroom, and they frequently asked me some very challenging questions. Of course, Stump the Professor is a game that I'm prone to lose, but as their guide through the wilderness of chemistry, it's often me who is learning and finding new ways to think. First, starting with Emma. Emma is a quiet yet energetic, creative, and thoughtful person. She asked very insightful questions about the content that we covered. Emma is currently working at a local veterinary, and she's passionate about animals and will be pursuing a veterinary medicine degree. I'm sure she will make a terrific veterinarian. I will miss her good-natured humor and her consistent questioning. I applaud Emma's accomplishments and wish her the best on her life's path. Second is Elizabeth Barnes. Elizabeth is a highly organized, creative, thoughtful, and curious person. She would often say, "This question might be off topic." She was right sometimes, but it was always fun to go there. Elizabeth loves animals, and if I remember correctly, at the beginning of the year, she had 4 Chihuahuas, one with only 3 legs, through a rescue program. Elizabeth is also working at a local veterinarian and is pursuing a veterinary degree in medicine, and she will also be an incredible veterinarian. I commend Elizabeth for her accomplishments and wish her the best of luck on her life's path. And last but not least is Mason. Mason has an infectious laugh and a driven curiosity. He will be pursuing a degree in pharmacy, and I have no doubts that he will be an excellent pharmacist. Mason has worked as a tutor at NMC and also as a pharmacy tech at a local pharmacy. He's been very enthusiastic about the learning process and how his chosen career overlaps with organic chemistry. I commend Mason for his accomplishments and wish him the best of luck on life's path. I will miss all 3 of these wonderful scholars and the joy they have brought to my year. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jay Smith, and I have the privilege of teaching engineering here in the science and math academic area. I'm not shy about telling anyone who's willing to listen how gifted and fortunate I am to see some of the gifted students that come through my program. And tonight I'm going to tell you about 2 students who excel even amongst that very high caliber peer group that they exist in. The first student I'm going to tell you about is the recipient of our first year award, Michael Laux. Michael came to us beginning last fall, and he took my introduction to engineering class to gain some insight into the profession. And to be honest, Michael was considering both a career in accounting as well as engineering, and part of his role in this class was to determine if engineering was a good fit for him. He did exceptionally well in that class. He worked very well with his teammates during a semester-long project and made valuable contributions to the project itself. Michael also returned in the spring to take my material science class, so I'm hoping that he saw the light of engineering and will be back for some more classes in the fall. But regardless of what you decide to do, Michael, your professional attitude will take you very far. It's been a pleasure having you so far, and I do hope to see you again in the fall. My second student that I'd like to tell you about today is the recipient of our second year award, Mr. Samuel Hoekwater. Samuel and I go back a long way. In fact, Samuel was there the first day of class that I taught here at NMC back in the fall of 2018. And he's been a staple in my classroom almost every single semester since then, including 2 classes in this last academic year. Actually, 3 classes. Sorry about that. There's been so many I can't even keep track anymore. But Samuel has always brought a level of professionalism to everything that he does, and I've always appreciated that about him, and having him in the class makes it that much of a better experience for all of us through the questions that he asks, the guidance that he provides to his peers, and just the positive attitude that he brings. He's also the only student I've ever had to take on an honors project, and not just take on one, but he has completed honors projects in both fall and spring semesters this year. So the amount of initiative that he brings is unusual, even in the environment that I teach in, which I'm proud to say is no shortage of gifted students. So Samuel, you're going to do great things. He's going to Michigan Tech in the spring to pursue, or in the fall to pursue, a degree in civil engineering, and I have no doubt at all that you'll make a great civil engineer. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Nate Butler. I'm a faculty member in the math department, and I'm here to present the first and second year math awards. So the first year award is going to Connor Bodell, and I'm honored to present Connor with the first year math award. I had him in my trigonometry course last summer, and he immediately stood out as being ahead of the pack. He would often ask really good questions. My exams would involve questions that had students explain things and not just calculate numbers, and he always had the best answers and best explanations by far. I was continually impressed by his understanding of the material. Another teacher says that Connor has great attention to detail and earned a lot of extra credit over the semester. He was able to find mistakes in the online text and mistakes in my lectures. His ability to reach out and ask questions will take him far. Another teacher says Connor is the strongest student in class this semester, and in fact the strongest student I've had in some time. He really seems to love math and will often ask about the work he's already done correctly, hoping for some deeper insight. I also hear that Connor plays piano quite well. Connor, the entire math department can think of no one more deserving of the first year award than you. Congratulations. For the second year award, that's being presented to Jack Myers. One teacher said that Jack was clearly the strongest student in class. Although he can be reserved sometimes, he was always a positive contributor to class discussions. He asked excellent questions and did quality work, and I enjoyed having Jack in class. Well done, Jack. You are well deserving of the second year math award.
My name is Rick Mathis, welding technology instructor. I will be presenting 2 awards tonight. One will be later during this program, and I'm kicking off the technical division awards. The first award I have is for Student of the Year, and this one goes to Natalie McNeil. One preconceived notion with welding is this field is easy and easy to obtain success. That's far from the truth. Success comes from perseverance, and it is something that is earned, not given. Through perseverance, self-motivation, hard work, and attention to detail, Natalie has stepped over boundaries that are naturally occurring in this field of study, such as frustration, intrinsic value, and self-motivation. This was all accomplished while her holding a job full-time. It is with great sense of pride that I recognize her for this award.
Good evening. I'm Jason Slade, Director of the Technical Programs. The Engineering Technology Program would like to honor James Joyce as Outstanding Student of the Year. James, an unmanned aerial systems student, or drones, exemplifies what it means to be a modern electrical mechanical technician. He uses CAD, electronics, and microcontrollers to support systems analysis and integration in drone operations. His effort is noticed by the entire engineering technology team. Mr. Mike O'Connor, fluid power instructor, summarized James' work this way. James engages actively in class with instructors and peers. He submits work that is neat, organized, and concise. He puts an effort far and above those of his peers. James is a great example to other students. He also actively helps other students that are struggling in class. And James is just an all-around good human being. If you know Mike and his standards, that's high praise. From Tony Sauerbray, our UAS program coordinator, James was great to have in UAV classes and was always engaged with class material and eager to learn more. His positive attitude towards learning rubbed off on other classmates as well. James took initiative on class projects and had fun while doing it. You can really tell that he cares about his learning, and I have no doubt that he'll be successful as he achieves his career goals. From my own personal observations, I've often found James in our makerspace, assisting students, engaging with instructors, and working on projects. His easygoing personality makes him approachable, and his technical skills make him a valuable resource. We are honored to have James Joyce as the recipient of the 2021 Engineering Technology Outstanding Student of the Year Award. Congratulations, James.
Good evening. I'm Hans Van Summeren, and I am the director of the Great Lakes Water Studies Institute at Northwestern Michigan College. I'm here to honor Jackson Holliker as the outstanding marine technology student for 2021. Jackson is in our Bachelor's of Science in Marine Technology program. He has just completed his second year, and I've had the opportunity to teach him in quite a few different courses. Those of you who aren't familiar with the Marine Technology program, this is a shared program between our technical division and the Great Lakes Water Studies Institute, and it's really designed to put students out in the industry in an applied way that they can essentially go anywhere. And Jackson is already exhibiting a lot of those skills and credentials to be a superstar, I'll say. Not only is he doing well academically, he does well in all his coursework, but he's also a mentor to students in the program. He serves as a tutor for our electronics lab. I see him in there working with students at all hours in terms of supporting them and interacting with others. He also serves as an RA at the residence hall. And so these two types of leadership skills are something that will augment his academic success even more. Other instructors that I've reached out to have also said his hard work, his dedication, and his willingness to continue through something that maybe becomes more difficult for him stand out. So I'm really excited about Jackson and his next couple of years in our program, but I want to congratulate his efforts so far and appreciate his hard work. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Wayne Moody. I'm the program coordinator for the automotive department at NMC. And this year I'm proud to present the NMC Automotive Student of the Year Award to Michael Frey. What can I say quickly about Michael? Well, he seems to have the one common trait that all recipients in the past have had, and that is they go out quietly out into the lab and they apply themselves, and they look for more projects as soon as they're done. He made the most of his lab time, and he took his coursework seriously. He's also a very talented welder, which is an extra skill that's going to give him a leg up in this industry. Lastly, I noticed he was always wanting to help other students if they needed a hand, and he got along with all of them. I had many of his fellow students say to me that he was very deserving of this award, and that speaks highly for him. He has all the traits he needs to make it in this industry, so congratulations, Michael.
Good evening. My name is Carrie Kaler, and I'm honored to serve as the Associate Dean for Learning Services, which includes the Honors Program. I'm also proud to serve as the advisor to our award-winning Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society Alpha Rho Pi chapter, which just completed their best year ever as the 7th runner-up to the most distinguished chapter out of 1,275 chapters worldwide. Before introducing our Honors Program graduates, I would like to recognize the faculty who serve on the Honors Committee. Mary Jo Elliott, Science and Math, Mark Howell, Communications, Amjad Khan, Social Science, Steve Rice, Business, Amy Troslot, Health Occupations, and Glenn Wolf, Humanities. Please join me in thanking them for their work throughout this year. I'd also like to thank Katie Summer Ford, our office manager, who created the program and PowerPoint for tonight's event. She ordered the flowers, created the certificates for all of our outstanding students. Thank you, Katie. This year, we're recognizing 5 students as honors program graduates. To be an honors program graduate, students must have earned at least 15 credits of honors coursework, 1/4 of their academic work. Students do this by completing an honors project, an intense, independent project that is created by the student, which is above and beyond the scope of the class and has their instructor's approval. Both the project and the course must be completed with a 3.5 or a 4-point grade. Our first graduate, Samuel Hoekwater. You heard about Samuel a few minutes ago. He is completing his Associate of Science and Arts this week and transferring to Michigan Tech in the fall to major in civil engineering. His ultimate goal is to work for a transportation-based company, which might include working on airport runways. Samuel's favorite NMC experience was when he got to build a statics 3D model of a tower held in place by cables. This model was for one of his honors projects, and it's being used to help other students understand the concept of tensional force in cables. Samuel shared that he had a lot of fun working on the project with Professor Jay Smith, learned a lot from that experience, and for NMC, his project will help many more students understand this important concept. Samuel, we hope that you can transfer that knowledge to one of the amazing sculptures next year at Winter Festival at Michigan Tech. Congratulations, Samuel. Brian Ray. You also heard about Brian earlier this evening when he was awarded the Outstanding Cadet of the Year Award for the Great Lakes Maritime Academy. Brian is also completing his degree this week and will be sailing on the Great Lakes working as a 3rd assistant engineer for the Grand River Navigation Company. His favorite memories of his time at NMC include his commercial sea project experience with Crowley and sailing aboard the State of Michigan training vessel. Brian, congratulations and best wishes. Peter Steele. Peter is co-enrolled with NMC in Ferris State University as a CIT development major, where he is also in the Ferris Honors Program. He is completing his Associate of Applied Science degree this summer by completing a 12-week internship with VP Demand Creation Services. Peter's favorite CIT experience has been working with and helping other students with their programming questions and tutoring, as he had prior experience before coming to NMC as a non-traditional student. During the past 18 months, Peter has been a full-time stay-at-home dad to his 20-month-old son while attending classes full-time, maintaining his 4-point GPA, and completing honors projects. He hopes he can be a role model for other struggling students to do well in school. His motto is, if you put your mind to it and really hunker down, anything is possible. Ultimately, Peter hopes to have his own consultant software development firm for local businesses and be able to hire other NMC grads from our CIT program. Peter, we hope that comes to fruition too. Congratulations. Hannah Whitty. Hannah is completing her Associate of Applied Science degree in Visual Communications with an emphasis in commercial art. Hannah has served the past 2 years as the student representative for the NMC Foundation Board. She is a past president of our PTK chapter and also served as the Michigan Region Secretary-Treasurer last year. Hannah plans to stay in the area and be a part of the workforce. If any of you in our listening audience are in need of an artist, please connect with us so we can connect Hannah with you. Eventually, she would like to attend the Savannah College of Art and Design. Hannah would like to thank all of the faculty and staff at NMC who have gone above and beyond for her and so many other students. She will forever be grateful for her NMC family. Hannah shared there were too many NMC memories to pick just one, but shared some of her best memories were her involvement in Phi Theta Kappa and the mentorship that she received during her time as a student. Hannah, you have left a wonderful legacy of service and leadership at NMC. Thank you for all you've done. I know we hope to utilize your talents on some upcoming projects in our department. Congratulations, Hannah. Paul Young. Paul completed his Associate of Science and Arts in December of 2019, just 18 months after graduating from high school, due in large part to earning 20 credits through AP courses. This past fall, Paul transferred to the University of Michigan to major in philosophy with double minors in medieval and early modern studies, as well as multidisciplinary design engineering. Due to the pandemic, Paul stayed in Traverse City, worked as a resident assistant in NMC's East Hall, and completed his Microsoft Office Application Specialist and Office Administration certificates at NMC while attending U of M full-time. After completing his degree at U of M, Paul plans to attend a top-tier business school and pursue an MBA. He would like to create a games-oriented business and be a Christian missionary wherever the Lord calls him to go. In his free time, he enjoys making music. He plays both piano and guitar. He loves hanging out with people, playing basketball, golf, and soccer, and obviously learning. Paul's favorite NMC experience are the really cool philosophical conversations he's had with students all over our campus. Paul is grateful for everything NMC has provided as he has found and pursued his passions. Congratulations, Paul. And congratulations to all of our 2021 Honors Program graduates. Next, I would like to recognize the 2021-2022 Honors Program Scholarship recipients. To be eligible for this scholarship, students must have a 3.5 or higher GPA, have earned at least 3 semester hours of honors coursework, and agree to complete additional honors coursework during the year of their scholarship. You have already heard about many outstanding students this evening, and here is another fine group that exemplifies what makes our role as educators both rewarding and challenging as we try and stay at least one step ahead of them. Our recipients for this scholarship include Jesse Anders. Jesse is completing his Associate of Science and Arts with plans to transfer to the University of Michigan and major in economics. He strongly believes in the need for equity between people in our country and the world as a whole. Jesse's ultimate goal is to help create or advocate for financial literacy programs in public schools to create a more equal distribution of society's wealth through educational tools. As Jesse reflects on his time at NMC, one difficult class, meteorology and climatology, stands out. He shared there was always a nervous bantering between students in the minutes leading up to their challenging test. This bantering included lots of joking and sarcasm, but on-the-spot quizzing of each other. He shared that by pushing each other to do better, it also helped shake the stress. Even now, he realizes he will never forget the cloud named Altocumulus lenticularis, even if it's one of the most useless pieces of information ever to bounce around inside his head. When not in class, Jesse works as a professional wedding photographer and enjoys kiteboarding, recording and mixing music, and walks with his fiancée and cat. Natalie Below. Natalie was part of NMC's early college program, and I was fortunate to have her in my Psych 100 career exploration class several years ago. She knew her career direction then would lead to something health-related. Natalie completed high school last spring and will be starting our surgical tech program this fall. I remember Natalie sharing that when she was finally living on her own, she wanted to have lots of animals, dogs, cats, goats, hedgehogs, and even a sugar glider. I had to Google that one. Congratulations, Natalie. I'm glad that you found a program that fits your passion, and I hope you get to have your animal menagerie soon. Haley Greimel. Haley just completed her first year of study in our Great Lakes Culinary Institute, where one of her favorite experiences was the Taste of Success, an event where students worked carefully and quickly to create a wonderful array of foods and confections for 300 to-go boxes. Haley was so proud of the success this year, but is even more excited for next spring when this event will hopefully take place in person. As one of the Taste of Success guests, I can attest to what a fantastic job Haley and her classmates did. After completing her degree at the Great Lakes Culinary Institute, Haley plans to attend Johnson & Wales University to complete her bachelor's degree in pastry arts. Haley's hobbies include baking and creating new pastry confections, spending time with friends and family, reading books, watercolor painting, listening to music, and playing music on her alto saxophone. Haley recently joined our PTK chapter, and a fun fact that we learned from Haley was that her mom was one of the officers when NMC chartered their chapter in 1989. Congratulations, Haley. Michelle Vanwettere. Michelle is a 26-year-old student from Belgium who has completed a bachelor's degree in applied linguistics and a master's degree in multilingual professional communication. She will be finishing her degree in web development next year. Michelle is planning to pursue further studies at Ferris. She has her own company in Belgium that provides translation and writing services. In her free time, Michelle enjoys music, reading, and more than anything, travel. Wow, aren't they a great group of students? On behalf of the Honors Program Committee and all the faculty and staff, you affirm our reason for being here. Thank you. We honor you, your commitment to your education, and your dreams. Please join me in congratulating the 2021-2022 Honors Scholarship recipients.
Good evening. My name is Alex Bloy. I'm the Division Director of Aviation here at Northwestern Michigan College. The Aviation Division would like to honor Samantha Warren as our Student of the Year and Academic Area Scholarship recipient. Sam is an excellent student and gifted aviator. She is highly respected amongst her fellow pilots and is known for her drive, determination, and positive attitude. With just under 200 hours of flight time, Sam has already earned her private and instrument ratings and is actually taking her test to become a commercial pilot this weekend. In addition to her flight training, Sam is a member of NMC's chapter of Women in Aviation International, as well as Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Sam's flight instructor, Erin Cornish, says that she is a great student to fly with. Despite multiple setbacks across this past year, she committed to her studies and remained motivated to achieve her goals. And our faculty member, Dave Trains, describes Sam as a very conscientious and hardworking student. She exhibits self-determination and drive, which will serve her well in whatever she decides to do. Sam tells me that after graduation, she would like to become a corporate pilot, but she could be convinced to fly seaplanes in Alaska. Regardless of where she lands, we are proud to fly with Sam and honored to have her as our 2021 Aviation Student of the Year. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Patty Hutta. As a member of the Business Division Scholarship Team, it is my pleasure to present to you our 2 Business Merit Scholarship recipients. Each year, our committee has the tough assignment of choosing only 2 students from a pool of many deserving students for the award. Our first student is Kevin Dickinson. Kevin is in our Business Administration program with plans to start his own business one day. He is active in his community and has spent time honing his leadership skills by leading youth in his church camp. Kevin is strong academically, and one of his instructors commented that, quote, Kevin is one of those students who always completes his assignments in a timely, thorough, and thought-provoking manner. He is a joy to have in class. Our second recipient is somebody you heard about a little bit earlier, and that is Brandon Bodie. Brandon has plans to become a software developer after completing the CIT program. He has volunteered for Special Olympics, the Michigan Veterans Foundation, suicide prevention, and for food and clothing drives. He has also developed and established community wellness activities in Battle Creek, Michigan. Brandon is an excellent student. One of his instructors commented that Brandon's enthusiasm for his courses and love of learning is evident in the projects he completes and in course discussions. He is a pleasure to have in class. We want to congratulate both Kevin and Brandon on their award.
Hello, my name is Sarah Wangler. On behalf of the Communications Area and our Scholarship Committee, I'm pleased to award this year's Communications Academic Merit Award to Periwinkle Keitzman. Periwinkle is a fantastic poet, as I learned when she took a summer workshop with me in 2020. Dr. Kathy Warner, another English faculty member who has worked closely with Periwinkle, describes her as a student who is engaged, thoughtful, and who demonstrates the critical thinking skills we work to inspire in our students. When I think about Periwinkle, I think about a quote from Maya Angelou, who wrote, "A bird doesn't sing because it has an answer, a bird sings because it has a song." I know Periwinkle to be a creative, caring, and driven individual who wants to use her words to make the world a better place to live in. And Periwinkle, we are proud to award you this year's Communication Area Merit Award. Keep sharing your song.
Each year, the faculty and the staff of the Great Lakes Maritime gather to recognize students who have achieved academic excellence. We review the students' records and then decide which students are to earn the Great Lakes Maritime Merit Award Scholarship. Each of the following students are entering their final year at the Academy and had demonstrated themselves as superior academic achievers. So, this year's Great Lakes Maritime Academy Merit Scholarship winners are awarded to Cadet Logan Vasick, Cadet Jacob Henley, Cadet Tess Lepley, Tess, and Cadet Aaron Henley, or Hawkins. Sorry, Aaron. Congratulations on your outstanding performance. Thank you.
Good evening again. I am here to present the Health Occupations Academic Area Scholarships for both the nursing and the Surg Tech programs. We start off with Mary Janice in the Surgical Technology program. Mary's in her second semester in the Surg Tech program, and she's preparing to head into the clinical rotation, which I assure you is an extremely difficult and taxing experience. But she is one of the hardest working students that they have ever seen arise through the program. She's a team player and has a fierce, caring professional spirit. For nursing, we have Sheridan Salcido. She is professional, respectful, very thoughtful, and exemplifies the nursing spirit. Katie Deming in nursing, she was actually a previous EMT medical assistant, and she is just a dedicated lifelong learner. Her passion to understand and thirst for learning has kept her in the higher academic marks of the program. Mary Barbara, for nursing also, is highly professional. She's compassionate and shows integrity in her both classwork and in her clinical experiences. And lastly, but not least, we have Connie Brinkman for nursing. She has a long history in healthcare before coming into the nursing department. She's very responsible, flexible, which we've all learned to appreciate during these last few semesters, and she is an exemplar of professionalism in the occupation of nursing. Thank you.
Hello again. It's my continued honor to award 4 more humanities scholarships. The first is going to Gabriella Edgecombe. I think the best word that we have to describe her in the art department and BCA program is awesome. It's one thing to negotiate online classes in these times. It's another thing to do it with a family. It's another thing to do it with a family that's got COVID in the household, and it's another thing to do it while you're pregnant. Gabrielle, throughout it all, turned in beautiful assignments on time. I guess I can sum it up by ending with that she turned in her last one that was beautiful, of a pair of boxing gloves and illustration, which I think is a great symbol for her. And it was done a day after she gave birth to a beautiful 9-pound daughter. The next award goes to Jessica Feister. Her comparative religions teacher, Sarah Montgomery Richards, said, "Throughout the time that I have had Jessica as a student, I have known her to be capable and bright, with excellent critical thinking skills and a keen interest in subject matter. She likewise has strong abilities in terms of working with others, has demonstrated dedication to the mastery of concepts. Jessica has excelled at making thoughtful contributions not only to our study of Western religions this semester, but also to the study of Eastern religions in a previous semester." The next award is for Journey Krachnik, and we feel like she's a perfect example of a lifelong learner. In all of her classes, she maintained a terrific work ethic and turned in very thoughtful and beautiful work. Her assignments and honors projects were always well rendered, and her photography teacher spoke highly of her very inquisitive nature, that she was never afraid to ask questions, but also described her as brave and not afraid to be herself. So thank you, Journey. The next award goes to Genevieve Warren. Again, Sarah Montgomery Richards says, Genevieve has combined what seems to be a naturally insightful nature with her writing abilities to produce some truly wonderful work in our Eastern religious class this semester. Her enthusiasm for the subject, as well as her dedication to excellence, has been evident. Genevieve has also been able to articulate points of view in a constructive, objective, and respectful way that has furthered class discussion, making her truly invaluable in our live classes. Additionally, Genevieve has consistently maintained one of the highest scores in the course. Sarah closes with saying it has been a privilege to have her as a student. So thank you to all of these students.
I'm here to present the first science and math academic area merit scholarship to engineering student Gina Anger. So Gina, my story with Gina starts back in the summer of last year when one of our largest community supporters of our program, who also happened to be her supervisor at her internship, reached out to me and let me know that I had this great student coming my way and that, she was going to be this great student and everything. And I was a little bit skeptical about claims like this, but in this case, he was not lying or exaggerating at all. She has been an excellent student in both semesters that I've had classes with her so far. She's brought a level of professionalism that is indeed very rare for any student, let alone a first-year college student. So Gina, stick with it. You're doing great. I look forward to working with you in the coming year, and you will make a great engineer. Thank you.
Hello again. I'm here to present the second of our Science and Math Divisional Scholarships. And this time I would like to recognize Jordan Colvin. Jordan applied for this scholarship as a non-traditional student. He graduated from NMC with an associate's degree in engineering tech in 2017 and has been working in the industry ever since. He feels that it has been the greatest experience of his life. In applying for the scholarship, he pointed to wanting to further invest in his future by pursuing a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Michigan Tech. He's also taken courses here to help complete that degree. He has a strong desire to push himself to be the best that he can be at all times. And after having him in General Chemistry 1, I've been able to attest to that. Not only does he work diligently to understand the scientific and mathematical concepts that are presented, but also in how he presents himself to others. He's a straight shooter. When presented with a particularly difficult concept, Jordan is a bold risk taker. He's willing to ask those specific, meaningful questions that help to crystallize the concepts not only for himself, but also for his peers. And he also comes to class with a professional, respectful demeanor and a great sense of humor that makes him an absolute joy to have as a teammate. It is with great pleasure that I award the scholarship to Jordan and wish him all the best with his further academic career, both here and at Michigan Tech. Congratulations, Jordan.
Good evening. My name is Lisa Blackford, and it's my pleasure to present our scholarship for the Social Science Department. And one of the great things about being in the social sciences is that many of the students we see tonight, we get to have through our classes throughout, so it's like getting multiple names presented, so it's very cool to see their achievements across the college. But tonight, I'm very excited about both of the students because they become very near and dear to me. So first off, Ivy McNichol. What can I say about Ivy? Yesterday we had an appointment and I was so excited because I'm like, does she know? Does she know? Can I say anything? And then finally she said, guess what? I got an email last night and I won this silly scholarship. I'm like, yay! So we were both yelling on the screen so much that our dogs were barking. So Ivy is so much more than a little box on the screen. She brings to life class every day, and I've had her for several semesters in both psych and social work. So she just brings to life the material, not only the material, but class and the students. She roots for all of our students. Even just a couple of weeks ago, we have a very tough capstone project in one of my classes, and students get very nervous because they have to film each other doing counseling projects, and she's telling students, don't worry, you're going to do great. So what great skills for a budding social worker. So I was very excited that she gets this award. Secondly, Sadie Reeder. She's kind of on the other end of the spectrum of Ivy, where Ivy is very bold and extroverted. Ivy is very introverted, quiet, but the solid source of strength. She also brings class to life for me because I could always count on Sadie's name and her picture on the screen, and just even all the ups and downs, as we all know, with Zoom shutting down, polls not working, breakout rooms crashing. Sadie just laughs it off. It's okay, Mrs. Blackford, we're right here, and telling me how to bring back screens. And she's just very accommodating and never complains, just jumps in and keeps trying. Again, great skills for a budding social worker. So congratulations to you both, Ivy and Sadie, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.
Good evening again. I have the honor to be back up on stage to present James Joyce with our Merit Scholarship from the Technical Division. I already spoke about James Joyce during the awards section this evening, so you heard what an outstanding student he was. And I'm pleased to announce that he's receiving the Department of Scholarship Award for the next academic year. James has discussed potentially looking into marine technology, taking an advanced fluid power course, or pursuing more drone opportunities. Hopefully, this scholarship can help him with those endeavors. Plus, we want to keep him around as long as we can. So congratulations again, James. We're excited to have you back.
Good evening once again. The Welding Technology Program would like to honor Amber McIntosh for her Merit Scholarship Award. Amber is a hardworking person with an outstanding work ethic and drive to do better than the average individual. They say that practice makes perfect. That is wrong. Practice makes permanent. What if you're doing it wrong? Because of her work ethic, Amber has overcome frustration and obstacles commonly found in this field to advance herself in academics and lab shop projects, all the while holding down a job. It is with honor that I nominated Amber as the recipient of this scholarship. Thank you.
Good evening again. So this time I get to talk about Jackson Holliker a little differently. Not only did the first time represent his accolades, his success in the class, his mentoring, his leadership, but some of the other things that I think stand out with Jackson that are important to me especially, and that's a sense of humor. So not only is Jackson loud in class, loud in a good way, but he will inject humor into discussion and into the laboratory environment that energizes the class. That, coupled with a strong academic performance, is something that will allow him to succeed very well in this career. And these are some of the nuances of why he was selected for this scholarship award. So I look forward to having Jackson in a few more classes, and I hope that, Jackson, you will continue to be that vocal person and use humor throughout our coursework. So congratulations, Jackson. And now, to introduce our All-Michigan and All-USA Academic Team Awards and to close out tonight's event, it's my pleasure to welcome President Nick Nisley. Nick?
Thank you, Hans, and good evening. Through collaboration with the Coca-Cola Scholars Foundation, Cengage Publishing Company, and the American Association of Community Colleges, and the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, community colleges across the country nominate students to the All-USA Community College Academic Team. The Michigan Community College students are automatically named to the All-Michigan Academic Team. This program is designed to recognize and celebrate outstanding community college students across the country. Criteria for this award include grade point average, campus involvement, and civic engagement. Our nominees, Paige Chapman, Amber Marsh, and Alexandra Alex Swainston, were selected in December to represent NMC. This evening, we want to recognize them and will present them with their certificates and medallions. I will begin with Paige Chapman, our workforce representative. Paige is completing her Associate of General Studies degree, majoring in allied health. She plans to enter our surgical technician program and eventually further her education by becoming a certified first assistant in an operating room. Being an honor student is new to Paige, as her early academic career did not come easy. After high school, Paige felt somewhat lost as to what her future would hold. She attended college for one semester and then withdrew. She applied and received a position at a local hospital and quickly learned how exciting the medical field could be. Paige currently works at an urgent care facility and has also worked in patient registration in our Munson Hospital network. The Allied Health Program has allowed Paige to succeed academically far beyond what she thought previously possible. She's excited to see where her career in the medical field will lead and is excited about the surgical technician program in her near future. Paige is a member of the NMC chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. Congratulations, Paige. Our next two recipients are our transfer student recipients. Our first one is Amber Marsh. If more people believed they could change the world, we would be in a much better place. Fortunately, Northwestern Michigan College is privileged to have an amazing student leader, Amber Marsh. Amber knew she could change the world by helping her campus, her community, her region, and ultimately our world. We have witnessed Amber in action, whether it is through feeding families, providing care packages, creating a clothing pantry, connecting our chapter to local seamstresses to teach us how to sew face masks for our students, or organizing our Honors in Action and college project teams. Amber served as our Phi Theta Kappa chapter president this past year, leading the chapter to be named to the 7th most distinguished chapter out of 1,275 chapters worldwide. She has also served as the Michigan Regional Secretary Treasurer. Additionally, Amber has selected to serve on the NMC Strategic Planning Committee, as well as the student representative on our NMC Foundation Board. She works her magic as a cosmetologist in our area's salon and is mom to 2 fantastic children and serves as a secretary to their school's family council. Amber also works part-time for the Roosevelt Network as their community college recruiter, helping recruit students to learn and tackle policy issues in their communities. In addition to being named to the All-American and Michigan academic team, Amber was also recognized as a Coca-Cola Silver Scholarship recipient. This earned her a $1,250 scholarship for her achievements. Congratulations, Amber. Next, let me recognize Alex Swainston. As a single mom of a 3-year-old daughter, Alex found the time to not only be an exceptional student, she is president of our Student Veterans Association, president of the Student Government Association, and vice president for public relations for our Phi Theta Kappa chapter here at NMC. Alex is the complete package: honor student, student leader, and committed volunteer in her community. As a single mother and veteran, Alex could have easily attended classes, earned great grades, and graduated as an outstanding student. But what sets Alex apart on our campus is her involvement and zeal for making both our campus and the student experience better. Originally an engineering major, Alex found her passion and voice this year in the social justice events happening in our country. She also helped our campus move environmental sustainability conversations forward. Alex is excited about her next steps and is awaiting news on her admission to Harvard or Yale, with future plans of becoming a United States diplomat. Wherever she chooses to transfer, that university will find her an incredible addition to their student body. Congratulations, Alex. Before I close tonight's ceremony, I want to thank all of you who attended. It's always important to take the time to pause our busy lives to recognize our family and friends for their hard work and effort. As Stephen mentioned at the outset, the fact that the students honored tonight achieved what they did amid a pandemic, that merits extra acclaim. So while many of you are understandably zoomed out, I thank you for prioritizing tonight's ceremony. This is a special time of year for colleges. We'll see some of these students at Saturday's commencement ceremony, where we'll celebrate the pinnacle of their career at Northwestern Michigan College. Others we'll see back this summer or this fall to continue that career. We know great things await all of them, whether it's back on campus, virtually, or in their future endeavors. This year, NMC enters its 8th decade of changing lives. Speaking for all the faculty and staff at NMC, we're so proud to have been part of these students' journeys. Congratulations again to all, and good evening.